If you enjoy manhwa recaps like this, hit subscribe, because the next story might be even crazier. It's year 2326 at the Samhan Empire's frontline base, Mount Seol AK, and things are already completely cooked. Soldiers sprint through the undergrowth, shouting urgent commands, all trying to capture a fugitive before time runs out. That fugitive is Kim Tae-ju, and he's running for his life. He races through the wooded area, gasping for breath, genuinely wondering why he's become target practice. Dude just wanted to live, not become an enemy of the state. Relatable, honestly. As he pushes deeper into the forest, a voice suddenly cuts through the trees, demanding that Kim Tae-ju stop immediately. His body buckling as he feels his heart begin to fail him yet again. He collapses to his knees, panting heavily, when another voice behind him speaks, addressing him by his rank. The speaker then asks if his escape attempt will cause another seizure. Because clearly, having a heart condition is just a minor inconvenience during a high-stakes escape attempt. Iconic, honestly. Chat would not be surviving this episode. First Lieutenant Jang In-dong and his squad confront Kim Tae-ju, calling him a dying Manhwa reject and announcing that his escape has finally ended. Kim Tae-ju spins around and shouts, demanding to know why they are doing this to him. Jang In-dong tells him that as a reject, he should have died like trash a long time ago. He draws his sword, asking why Kim Tae-ju survived until 29 just to get on her nerves, which makes Kim Tae-ju question who he means. Kim Tae-ju reaches for his gear and asks if the lieutenant is talking about Honda Mitsui. Jang In-dong warns him to watch his mouth, reminding him that his stepmother is still his mother as he prepares to strike. Yeah, this is genuinely cooked. The officer unleashes a lethal sword strike. Kim Tae-ju freezes as the blade closes in. The officer commands him to die. The attack lands clean, blowing him back and plummeting him helplessly from the cliffside. The officer declares that Lady Mitsui's two sons will be the ones inheriting the Paiyu territory. He bids a final goodbye as Kim Tae-ju vanishes into the valley below. 300 years ago, in 2026, a colossal pillar of light descends from the heavens, striking the heart of a modern city. Mana has crashed down to Earth, and its intense energy vaporizes the surroundings, leaving the few survivors in a state of panic. 90% of humanity was annihilated. The climate twisted, cities crumbled, and civilization collapsed. 300 years pass, leading into the year 2326. Humanity finds a way to thrive once more, rebuilding civilization. The survivors adapted to the mana and rebuilt society, but with the emergence of magical beasts and poisonous plants mutated by mana, a new war began. As the war prolonged, a caste system based on mana aptitude was established, ranging from the elite awakened to the lowest class of mana rejects. The lore just dropped, and it is heavy. Brigadier General Kim Wongbang leads a stern procession through the courtyard. He is a top-tier awakened master, accompanied by Lady Mitsui and his military subordinates. Kim Tae-ju, despite being the eldest son, is a mana reject dying from mana poisoning. Cruel labels like trash reject and family's parasite are constantly thrown at his name, reflecting the harsh reputation he carries within his powerful family. Honestly, someone needs to give this guy a break. He is giving main character energy, and everyone can feel it except him. The master laughs, observing he had striven so hard to become an immortal, but this place is clearly not the heavens. He notices his clan's buildings now look bizarre, mixed with strange structures. The master clicks his tongue, wondering what these things even are and where he has ended up. Clearly the sensible option was not on the table today. The master then smirks, asking if Kim Tae-ju happens to know the answer. Kim Tae-ju stands alone, looking down and wondering if he is even still alive. The master commands Kim Tae-ju to stand up and show his face. A surge of green energy activates, lifting Kim Tae-ju up, and the master lets out a surprised sound. The two lock eyes as the truth hits them, and shock takes hold as Kim Tae-ju freezes. So, who is this legendary figure that just sparked such a moment? It's Tang Gun AK, the supreme poison demon and patriarch of the Sichuan Tang clan, who stands as the absolute pinnacle of poison and hidden weapons. His tools of the trade include his signature fans, medicinal vials, and a deadly black throwing knife. Meanwhile, the heavenly demon oversees his hooded followers as the demonic cult begins to swallow the entire Jianghu. But then intense flames consume a traditional building, marking the actual fall of the heavenly demon. Tang Gunake radiates immense power, having achieved his status as the absolute master of Murim with a single handful of poison. The lore just dropped, and it is heavy, because it explains this legendary figure shares the same soul as them. An elderly master, a Tang, spends his twilight years cultivating his energy, seeking to shed his physical body and achieve true ascension as an immortal. This elderly master's soul finally connects with Kim Tae-ju's in a moment of spiritual union. Memories slam into Kim Tae-ju. He freezes, asking Tang Gun AK if he is actually him. Tang Gun AK wonders if these are memories from his other self, then identifies Kim Tae-ju as the Earth version who shares his soul. He observes that despite having the same potential, their paths diverged. Kim Tae-ju had been despised his entire life because he was shackled as a reject. The truth hits him, and he finally understands. He realizes this place was their mindscape all along. He declares they are one and the same. Kim Tae-ju stands tall, claiming the experience and knowledge that has been taken. Kim Tae-ju keeps his eyes closed as a voice speaks of cultivation. He is engulfed by a blinding pillar of energy, and a voice encourages him to use this power as he desires. Suddenly, Kim Tae-ju lies bloodied in a forest. A voice wishes him luck in battle as he remains motionless. He gasps for air, battered and bloodied, realizing what he experienced was not a dream. Struggling, he notes that all the knowledge he gained remains firmly in his head. His blood-stained hand claws at the dirt as he tries to push himself up. Crouched and breathing heavily, Kim Tae-ju decides he must learn the martial art of the Supreme Master to survive. He focuses on the formless primordial poison spirit art, a technique that turns poison into strength. Kim Tae-ju reaches for a cluster of dark, thorny poisonous plants. He lies curled on the forest floor, racked with tremors as he retches in pain. Survival depends on consuming the plants. Kim Tae-ju shoves the handful of jagged, poisonous leaves into his mouth and begins to chew. The poison must be converted into internal energy to form a poison essence within the core. Intense green energy erupts from his center, shattering spectral chains into pieces. Survival is certain, and revenge will be taken on everyone responsible, starting with Tang Indong. This is genuinely cooked. Like actually cooked. The commander commands the search party to confirm the corpse quickly. Soldiers comb through the forest, but an officer grows impatient, questioning why it is taking so long to find the body. Suddenly, a soldier announces they have found Kim Tae-ju. The search party gathers around Kim Tae-ju, who sits motionless, shocking them because he is still alive. Kim Tae-ju accumulates internal energy using poison essence rather than mana, causing a powerful green reaction to swirl. The officer panics at the sight of the mana-less rejector's power and immediately orders his men to kill him. Completely reasonable behavior from someone who has never heard of de-escalation. Kim Tae-ju crouches, surrounded by soldiers. Green energy swirls as he vows to pay back those who wronged him. Kim Tae-ju offers a chilling smile as he greets his captors, noting how good it is to see them again. Jang In-dong mocks the idea of a late awakening, pointing out the lack of a rank marking. Kim Tae-ju contemplates the nature of awakening while remaining calm, ignoring the insults and focusing on his internal thoughts. Awakeners are divided by rank from user to master, and upon awakening, a rank marking appears. Jang In-dong is currently a beginner, which in Murim terms makes him a third-rate martial artist, and the current Jang In-dong is really nothing special. Kim Tae-ju stands defiantly, facing Jang In-dong, and asks if his opponent has finished speaking his final words. Outraged by the disrespect, Jang In-dong shouts back, calling the challenger an arrogant bastard. Kim Tae-ju stands amidst swirling green flames as he vows to repay his enemies in full for everything they have done to him. For soldiers stand ready, one drawing his sword, and they mockingly ask if their target hit his head during his fall. A soldier lunges forward with a desperate cry, swearing that he will kill his opponent this time. The lead soldier commands his squad to attack as he charges toward the lone figure. Kim Tae-ju clenches his fist, noting that despite this being his first battle in this body, his mind remains strangely calm. Kim Tae-ju realizes his composure stems from the memories of Tang Gun-ak. A spectral image of Tang appears above Kim Tae-ju, confirming that even though mana rejected him, the path of the poisoned demon remains within him. Tae-ju charges, completely confident he can handle this, overwhelming the guards in his path. He plants his foot, pivots, and strikes with enough power to send the guards flying. Then, he activates the Blood Seal Poison Palm, striking from behind with a fist bursting with mana. A violent green energy explosion rips through soldiers, scattering rocks and everything else. A specific soldier recoils in shock as Tae-ju appears behind him with supernatural speed. Desperate, the soldier spins, aims his futuristic sidearm, and screams for Tae-ju to die. Tae-ju stands completely unmoved by the weapon pointed at his face as the soldier pulls the trigger. The smoke clears, leaving Tae-ju standing completely unscathed. Then he mocks his attacker's speed. Full Sigma. Zero explanation given. Respect. He turns his back on the confrontation and walks away. Tae-ju stands over the adjutant, who collapses, gasping and confused about what just happened to him. Tae-ju coldly notes that even awakeners are powerless against poison, and the adjutant trembles, questioning how Tae-ju could use a skill without the required tattoo. Tae-ju scoffs, mocking the adjutant's ignorance and asking if he enjoys the sensation of being poisoned, if it feels pretty awful. Blood streams from the adjutant's eyes and mouth as he desperately begs Tae-ju for mercy. Tae-ju reaches down and violently seizes him by the face. An enemy gasps out Lady Mitsui's name, but Tae-ju crushes his throat, silencing him completely before he can finish. Apparently, the pharmaceutical company chairman is the absolute poison demon. And get this, the Samhan Empire, where Tae-ju's impoverished hometown of Paiyu is, formed after the Mana Cataclysm by integrating Korea, China, and Japan. The lore just dropped, and it is heavy. Meanwhile, Kim Wongbang sits stunned after hearing about Taiju's discharge. His adjutant reports an assassination attempt went down at Kim Wongbang's unit. And when Kim Wongbang asks for clarification, the adjutant explains. First Lieutenant Zhang Yindong and his squad reportedly ambushed Taiju near a cliff during a reconnaissance mission, but the target survived and was discharged. His current whereabouts are completely unknown. Oh, and the squad responsible? Believed to have been taken out by monsters while trying to escape. The adjutant reveals the investigation results, stating the hit appears to have been orchestrated by officers with Japanese ties. Kim Wongbang contemplates the sheer nerve of these Japanese-affiliated individuals, then leans back and shields his eyes, overwhelmed by the implications. He suspects that Honda Mitsui might be the one who gave the order. She's not just the daughter of a prominent Japanese family, folks. She's also the mother of Taiju's half-brothers. The lore just dropped again, and it's messy. Lady Mitsui is keeping tabs on Kim Taiju, low-key wishing for his demise so her other sons can snag the Paiyu territory. She even wonders if she finally arranged his assassination through her family. That's commitment, folks. Meanwhile, Kim Wongbang is over here doing some serious mental gymnastics. He decides the Paiyu territory needs that sweet financial support from his in-laws, so justice can just sit in the back. He's totally covering up this assassination attempt to protect his own interests. Respect. He dismisses the adjutant, declaring he'll handle things personally. After the subordinate leaves, Kim Wongbang walks around his office, thinking about how Taiju is totally due for a mana rampage. He figures Taiju's survival this long is a miracle, so he decides to just overlook the assassination for the sake of Taipyeong and Tichin, his designated heirs. He hears about someone's disappearance and just assumes they're gone for good, vowing not to go looking for them. Let them live free, I guess. Unbothered. We jump to the Samhan Empire territory, where Mr. Kim is scoping out the massive city of Guri, spread out below them. He calls it an impressive sight, and Boss asks if it's his first time seeing the view. Mr. Kim admits he hasn't been there long, so Boss figures he's clueless about the city's background. Mr. Kim just listens as they keep trekking along the rocky mountain path. Apparently, 300 years ago, Guri was just a tiny South Korean city until the Samhan Empire rolled in and subjugated it. With Mount Yuri crawling with magical beasts like elite orcs, the emperor declared Guri a free city and a base. Now, all those magical beast byproducts, the claws, the blue crystals, the gold coins, they're all tax-exempt, which is why everyone and their grandma wants a piece of this action. The lore just dropped, and it's heavy. Armed awakeners are walking through a massive industrial gate into a forest because Guri's lifted regulations have made it a total cash grab for anyone willing to subjugate some beasts. Sankyol is explaining all this city prosperity, but Kim Taiju just tells him to cut to the chase. Sankyol then warns that the city is also packed with dangerous criminals, and Kim Taiju just laughs, thanking him for the advice. He totally appreciates the guidance, even if Sankyol can be a bit chatty. The journey into the unknown continues for Kim Taiju, who recalls surviving an assassination attempt during his military days. After being discharged, he cut all ties to find a place where he could grow stronger. Now, following a group of travelers along a forest path, he has finally arrived at Free City Guri. Main character energy incoming. That's all for today, folks. I know it's too short, but I might upload the next chapter tomorrow. I have an idea. If you like this episode, subscribe to my channel and let me know what manhwa do you want to featured next time.